We don't need new players. Stop saying it. Every time a competitive or challenging game reaches the height of its popularity, there's always the magic subset of veterans that always decry, we need new players. But why? The space was doing just fine without them, and everyone who's interested in the medium is already playing it. I never understood this mindset, because it comes from out of nowhere. I've never heard justification, and whenever you question it, you just get called an elitist. But growth without direction or structure becomes malignant, as we've seen already. Why is the type of new player never considered when offering this suggestion? This is the reason why cultural discourse has gotten so toxic. The social filter has been shunned. What people forget is that not every space is meant for everyone. Some community affiliations are meant to be earned. You don't keep a culture alive by throwing it to the masses. You preserve it by passing it down to those willing to participate and understand it. That's the difference between a tradition and a passing trend. This need has been used to justify all manner of silly changes to countless spaces, which is why we're here in the first place. Welcome to hell. And this doesn't just apply to game spaces, but for the sake of argument, fighting games. Built on technical mastery, competition, and arcade culture, simplified or removed motion inputs, neutered versions of superior mechanics, modern control settings with one-button specials, and artificial manipulation of neutral play via 2D corner wall breaks. Tabletop, once thematically in line with fantasy realism and grim dark motifs, now reduced to a happy-go-lucky kumbaya orcs are people too abomination. Worlds once ruled by moral consequence and mystery are now sanitized by moral grandstanding and forced optimism. Let's not forget the ideological lens. Worlds that used to challenge you now pat you on the head. Comics and literature, once shared by a specific fandom with a shared knowledge of source material, now overrun by ideologically possessed idiots that care more about representation and inclusion than telling a good story with a likable character who actually has personality traits. I could go on, but the point isn't to list every space that's been gutted. It's to remind you why it keeps happening. Every time someone cries, we need new players, what they're really saying is, we need warm bodies. It would do us all some good to question its arbiters. There's nothing wrong with wanting your favorite thing to grow, but every culture that survives does so because it protects what made it. You can't mass produce passion. You can't force genuine investment or interest. So no, we don't need new players, but we welcome people who actually want to play.